Hello and welcome to the Little Nut Chronicles. See, all us little nuts have a cup of perception. But you see, most of the know-it-alls their cup is so full with what they think they know. It's full to overflowing. So there's no space for new perception or new things to illuminate their little nuttiness. So this is a story about the cup, your cup of perception. Once upon a time there was this master, this great master who everyone revered. And he was revered throughout the whole of Japan. And emperors and warlords would go and see him for advice, right down to the very humble peasants. And everyone knew about this master. Anyway, it so happened that a young man decided that this master was going to be his master. So he traveled all the way from Kyoto up into the high mountains, through the snow, up to where this master lived. And he finally got there after many days of traveling, got to the master's front door, and it was like he was just about to knock when the master opened the door, and there he stood, this venerable little old man, and he smiled, come in. And so the young man entered. Now, before the master could even sort of welcome him properly, the young man started saying, I want to be your student, I'm here to be your student. The old man said, okay, calm down. I'm sure you're quite cold and tired from all your traveling. Let me go and make you some tea. And the young man was sort of taken aback. He was so surprised that the master was offering to make him tea that he had nothing to say. And before he could say anything or thought of anything to say, the master had disappeared into the kitchen to start putting on the kettle and brewing some tea. Anyway, the young man made himself comfortable and waited. And soon the master came back with a teapot and 2 little cups, and he put them down on the table. Now, before he even said anything, the young man once again jumped in and started telling the master about all the people he'd studied with. He'd studied at this university, he'd studied with that master, he'd done this in Zen, he'd done this in the Way of the Sword, he'd done that and this and this and this and this. And then suddenly he stopped. And he looked down at the master, and the master was pouring tea into a cup. And he was just pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring. And the tea was overflowing out of the cup and spilling all over the table. And the young man said, Master, you're spilling tea all over the table. What are you doing? And the old master looked up at him and said, this teacup, it is like you. It is full to overflowing. It is so full that there is no space for anything new, no thoughts of inspiration, no new hope or things that you could perceive or learn. So, how full is your cup? And is it so full that you're not making enough space for yourself to perceive new things? And how much do you think you know? Because everything you think you know, more than likely is holding you back, keeping your cup so full that you can't perceive more magic, more inspiration, and allow more enthusiasm into your life. Well, thanks for stopping by.